First, preparatory, grammar, conditionals. The zero conditional. We use the zero conditional to talk about something that's always true as a result of a possible action or situation. For example, if you keep milk in a fridge, it stays fresh longer. We use the zero conditional to talk about something that's always true as a result of a possible action or situation. For example, if you keep milk in a fridge, it stays fresh longer. To form zero conditional sentences, we use if or when plus present simple plus present simple. For example, when she gets home early, she goes for a run in the park. The if or when clause can come at the beginning of the sentence or after the main clause. When it comes at the beginning, we put a comma after it. For example, if I have dinner late, comma, I don't sleep well. Or I don't sleep well if I have dinner late. And now let's move to the exercises together. 87A, match the two parts of the zero conditional sentences. Number 1, if you want to visit the USA. Letter G, you need a visa. Number 2, you have to book early. Of course, letter A, if you want cheap air tickets. And now move to exercise 87B, complete the zero conditional sentences. Use the correct form of the verbs in brackets. Number 1, he gets up early when he has to study a lot. Of course, the zero conditional we use if plus present simple and present simple. Number 2, if I'm not late, I usually walk to the college. And you can complete the rest. Now let's move to the first conditional. We use the first conditional to talk about something that may happen in the future as a result of a possible action or situation. For example, if it's sunny later, we will go to the beach. To form first conditional sentence, we use if plus present simple plus will or modal verb or imperative. For example, if it rains later, we want to go out. Or, if your flight isn't late, I can meet you at the airport. Or, if you see Dee, tell her to ring me. The if clause can come at the beginning of the sentence or after the main clause. When it comes at the beginning, we put a comma after it. For example, if it gets colder, we will light a fire. Let's move to the exercises together. Circle the correct answer. Number 1, Dr. Lee can't see you today if you don't have an appointment. This is the first conditional, so we use present simple and modal verb plus infinitive. Number 2, if we walk faster, we will get to the cinema on time. And now move to 88B, complete the conversation, use the correct form of the verbs in brackets. Letter B, I'm sure he will be happy if she makes friends. Number 2, and if she feels lonely at first, she can phone us. This is the first conditional, present simple and can or modal verb plus infinitive. And you can complete the rest of the exercise. And now 88C, write the first conditional questions. Number 1, if I phone you at 6 o'clock, will you be at home? Number 2, what will you do if the restaurant doesn't serve the vegetarian food? And you can complete the rest. And now let's move together to 88E, complete the conversation, use the correct form of the verbs in the box. Number 1, you won't be able to stay very long. How about going round Europe by train? Number 2, no way if we do that. we will spend more time traveling than visiting places. And you can complete the rest. Now let's move to unless. We can use unless in first conditional sentences to mean if not. For example, your English won't be better unless you study hard. We usually use unless with an affirmative verb. For example, they won't let you into the club unless you wear a tie. And now exercise 89A, complete the sentences, use if or unless. Number 2, if I don't get good exam results, I'll take my exams again next year. You can complete the rest of the exercise. And now 89B, rewrite the sentences. Number 1, I won't come to the barbecue if you don't invite my boyfriend as well. So the answer, I won't come to the barbecue unless you invite my boyfriend. Let's move to number 2. Unless we get to the airport early, we won't get the window seat on the plane. The answer, if we don't get to the airport early, we won't get a window seat on the plane. And you can complete the rest of the exercise. And now the second conditional. We use the second conditional to talk about the result of an action or situation that's imaginary or impossible. For example, if he was younger, he would get the job. Of course, this is impossible. He can become younger. We also use the second conditional to talk about an action that's not likely to happen in the present or future. For example, if I won the lottery, I'd buy a house. To form second conditional sentences, we use if plus past simple plus would. For example, if she knew the answer, she would tell us. In formal English, we use were after if instead of was. For example, if he were younger, he would get the job. We can use if I were you to give advice. If I were you, I'd tell the truth. The if clause can come at the beginning of the sentence or after the main clause. And when it comes at the beginning, we put a comma after it. For example, if I know the answer, comma, I tell you. Or, I tell you if I know the answer. Now the exercises. Exercise 90A, circle the correct answer. I have got a problem. John lent me this MP3 player and I have lost it. So what would you do if you were me? Letter B, I would buy him a new one. Number 3, what about you, Danny? Would you buy him a new one? And you can complete the rest. And now move to 90B, complete the conversation with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. Letter B, I think you would sleep better if you did some exercise during the day. And if you slept better, maybe you wouldn't be so irritable. And you can complete the rest. And now exercise 90C, write second conditional questions. Number one, if you saw a ghost, would you be frightened? Yes, I would. Number 2, if Sarah had a problem, who would she talk to? She would talk to you. And you can complete the rest. And now let's move to 90D, rewrite the sentence. Number 1, Tony doesn't want to see us, so he doesn't phone us. So, if Tony wanted to see us, he would phone us. Number 2, we don't eat out because it's so expensive. So the answer, if it wasn't so expensive, we would eat out. And you can complete the rest of the exercise.